Family T Speaks here. Listen, I wanted to get on and really talk to you straight regarding this COVID. This COVID, many of you may not be thinking about it like this, but it can absolutely be seen as a blessing. And here's what I mean by that. You know how you always had, well, some of you have always had a time when you said, you know what, I'm just too busy. I can't really focus. Too many things are going on. The world, it's like I got to take care of the kids. I got to get to work. I got to take care of this. And all of a sudden the COVID came and it caused us to almost stop. Life really stopped as what we knew it to be. Our comfort level was taken from us, but it also kind of remanded us to be in the house, indoors, social distancing. So everything that we absolutely remembered and thought about and wanted to do in terms of outward and had to feel like we were obligated to go here, even taking the kids to school, it came to a screeching halt. That can be seen as a blessing because if you literally have been looking at this thing right, this period of time, this COVID-19 should have told you, number one, it should have revealed to you that nothing lasts forever, that there is no such thing as job security, because many jobs have been just shut down for the last couple months, and either people have been forced to just literally go on unemployment because they were fired, or they've been, listen, your job is here, but you won't get paid. But whatever the case may be, or you can't come to work and what you've known to be comfortable, to get dressed in the morning, to put your makeup on, to put your suits on, the timepieces, all of that stuff, no matter what it was, unless you were an essential worker, has been shut down for the last couple of months. And the way it's looking right now, we're going to be shut down until the end of the year. So nothing lasts forever. That comfort zone, that place that you could always count on, that boss that you could always feel like had your back and was always going to pay you. Now, during this period of time, things have gotten a little bit shaky. Money's not coming in for the companies around the world. The security, all of the money that people had, the companies have had stored up for rainy days, have almost been depleted. So it should have, if you looked at it, caused you to stop and go, wait a minute. There is no such thing as security that I thought I had, the periods that I thought that I could absolutely, literally count on to be constant in my life. Like most people, if you're working on a job 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you pretty much can really depend on those jobs and saying, wait a minute, it's going to be here. No matter what, I can count on my boss giving me a paycheck. But you literally can't. Another thing, my second point is, this period of time, this COVID time, should have revealed to you, if you've been really paying attention and listening to the inner voice, you may have been living your life with less than what you should be. You may have been living your life to really build someone else's life while neglecting your own. What do I mean by that? Your boss will have you do so many tasks on a day, 8, 9, 10 hours, or sometime even more, making them have a comfortable life. During this period of time, be clear on this. All executives, most executive and most quote unquote bosses or owners of firms have been comfortable. They may have been staying home, but they have literally not wanted or lacked for much. Some of them have lost their businesses, but I guarantee you this. They're not in the same state that you're in. They're not in the same condition that you're in. You may be struggling to pay a mortgage. They may be struggling to keep a vacation home. You may be struggling to literally get food on the table. They may be struggling to continue feeding their family members outside of their immediate home. You may have been living all of this time period that you've been on your job with less than what you should be. In other words, what you're entitled to. This COVID period should have absolutely begin to show you what you've been living for, whose life have you really been building up, and whose you've been neglecting. And it's sad to say, most of us have been neglecting our own lives while literally living and building up someone else's life, a boss's life. This period of time, as the world has stopped, as you have had to no longer get dressed in the morning, as you didn't have to really consider taking your kids to school and rushing because your day can be filled up. Let's face it, we can fill our days up with stuff and be busy with stuff, but accomplishing not much. Day in and day out, we get up in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, maybe 6. We get the kids ready. We get ourselves ready. We literally start all of this stuff and we run We either drive or we get on transportation. Sometimes we pay, sometimes we do both. Drive our car to the public transportation. We go into work, do everything that's necessary, everything that's asked of us, even the surprises, answer emails, send back text messages, do this, send reports, run reports, whatever it may be, teaching kids, patrolling the streets, whatever it may be. We rush home, get food on the table, try to find a little period of window where we can have some peace and quiet and get ready to do it all over again the next day. And that's literally how it's been. What I want to suggest to you is maybe you've been wasting your time. Maybe you have been just living and not really, well, maybe you've been existing and not living. I want to suggest to you that during this period of time, you start to turn the corner and start to do things different. Now, this is not a sales pitch at all, but I wrote this book, Tell Your Boss No Thanks. And what it's supposed to do is get you to focus on what is inside of you. What is it that you are good at? What is it that you're supposed to be doing besides pursuing a paycheck? Because during this period of time, many people don't have a paycheck to get anymore. Many people are relying on unemployment, which does run out. Sooner or later, you're going to have to find something else in order to take care of yourself. Why not find out what's inside of you? I'd like to send you this book. And here's the thing, with a money back guarantee. A money back guarantee. If the book does nothing for you, send it back to me for a full refund, no questions asked. The reason why I can do that is because I know this book, if you read it, I'm talking about from cover to cover. If you read it, it is definitely going to help propel you to the life that you were meant to live. And not just for a boss. I'm not saying don't do what you need to do to put food on your table, to keep a roof over your head. What I am saying is there is more to life than that. There is something else you're supposed to be accomplishing, and there is something that you're supposed to be doing that will make you happy and satisfied. Order this book from me. I guarantee it. This book will change your life. You can cash at me at T Speaks Live. The letter T Speaks, as a matter of fact, right behind me, T Speaks Live. You can email me at timistspeaks@gmail and ask me, hey, how do I get the book? Here's my address. I want the money back guarantee. If it doesn't help me, I want my money back. You will have it back with no problem, because this is not a sales pitch. What this is a life raft. This is oxygen in a world where literally the oxygen is just drying up. This is your way to get to your destiny. Order the book, family, and live your best life. Because COVID, it may be the beginning. What's after this, we don't know. Wouldn't it have been a shame if you had literally met your demise right now during this period of time? Because most of us have known someone who have literally passed away during this COVID. Can those people that died actually say that they lived? Or did they work? Did their boss send some flowers to the gravesite and said, thank you very much for your service, and that's the end of all your years of service to us. Thank you for giving your best years to us. And all of you that are waiting for your retirement, before you can get a pension, before you can grab your 401, before you can literally live off your savings. Why live at 60 and 65 and 67? Why not start living now? And just because you're retiring does not mean you're satisfied with the life you lived already. Doesn't mean that you're going to be satisfied with the years that you already put in. Order this book and see why everybody that reads it, their life has changed and they are celebrating because now they're living according to what they should be. I'm T Speaks.